Oh, remember this song, Butthole Surfers? I don't mind the sun sometimes. Maybe I just shout.
I can taste you on my lips and smell you in my clothes.
Cinnamon and sugar, softly smoking lies.
Sometimes Ryan Brommel slips up and puts his dick in other guys.
Crushed it!
Crushed it. Did you listen to episode 8 at all, John, or what?
He's gonna fucking get us, dude.
Yeah, I listened to episode 8. It was fine.
We haven't released all the bonus footage yet.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of bonus footage. I have no doubt about that. It came out tamer than expected, so...
We talked for like a whole hour before Ryan even came on. And and then we did like an hour and a half with Ryan.
My eyes are red. I've been burning. Here's the reason why. My eyes are red. I've been Here's the reason why. My eyes are red. I've been burning.
Alright, welcome to Magic and Hash. My name's Tim. You might know me from Aethercast. The difference between a clever midget and a venereal disease is one is a cunning runt and the other is a running cunt. A Mexican midget is called a paragraph because it's too short for an essay. And joining me from Cast from Exile, who do we have?
It is I, your golden guru, Sid Swami. And now that the Christmas season is over and you've opened up all your Christmas cards, send all of your Christmas money directly to patreon.com/magicandhash.
And a man back from his trip to the Bahamas with Brian Rommel.
What up?
And Chewy himself, John Holland.
Hey guys, and just want to take a moment up front to kind of acknowledge something that those of us in the casting community have been affected by over the holidays. Most of you probably heard about it over Facebook like I did, and that's the sad passing of Ryan Brommel, a longtime friend of the cast and the MTG friends. I didn't really know him personally, but I found out about it, the night of Christmas over Facebook like a lot of other people, and I'm very sad that he's gone, and I will miss him very much.
Shit. I'm freaked out right now. What up?
Well, there were all these posts on Facebook about somebody died that was into like gay bareback sex and drugs on Christmas.
And don't forget about Eldrazi Displacer.
And yeah, I just presumed that it was Ryan Brommel.
Oh, what up?
Oh shit, that's George Michael. Oh fuck, I was confusing George Michael and Ryan Brommel.
The dude from Arrested Development died?
Nah, the dude that sang "Never Gonna Dance Again."
Oh, I'll play it. You got any other songs from that guy?
Yeah, like he's half of Wham, and this is so sad, but Tim doesn't even know who he is because he's more known for his love of bareback gay sex and cocaine than he is for his #1 chart singles.
I know him because he's named the same as the guy in Office Space, right? Or is that someone else?
That's Michael Bolton.
Development.
That's Michael Bolton. Yeah,
that's Michael Bolton.
Office Space.
What does Michael Bolton sing?
Oh my god. The funny thing is I really can't even name a Michael Bolton song off the top of my head because it's just that terrible.
Everybody just knows him for the cover that he did of When a Man Loves a Woman, dude.
When a man loves a woman, I give you everything I've got.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
When a man loves a woman. Oh wait, that's skies are blue, clouds are white, And I'll say to myself.
Okay, When a Man Loves a Woman was originally done by Percy Sledge.
Yeah, not Louis Armstrong. That's super racist.
Aren't they the same guy? President Obama's dad or something?
Hey, coming on the cast live today, we've got Matt Hoover with us. What's up, Matt?
What's up, bitches? Fuck you.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. Remember that from Family Guy?
Got 18 kids!
Modern.
Yeah, but seriously, there actually was some magic news this past week or so, surprisingly, over the holidays.
Oh, yeah. Everyone got a little gift from WotC this Christmas. What did they get? A bright and shiny ornithopter?
Oh, God. Yeah, they released that masterpiece, aside from the masterpieces that haven't spoiled because they're Aether Revolt exclusives, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to be the jackass that gets the ornithopter, though. Even though I play Affinity, and that'd be sweet, it's going to be like, yeah, I got... Oh. That's sweet, though. It's like, with the masterpieces, you could almost masterpiece out your whole Affinity deck.
Yeah, I know. And probably the most amazing thing about this to me is that, like, let's see, Wormcoil Engine, I guess. I mean, Platinum Angel's like what? That's like, what, a $5 card, $7 card, something like that? But, like, literally, people are going to be paying, what, $100 for a fucking Ornithopter, and a regular one costs like 20 cents.
Yeah, it's terrible, but that Platinum Angel is gorgeous, though. It's like silver and shiny and awesome looking.
If you hit that Chalice of the Void, you win it.
Winning. I'm on a drug culture machine. It's not available. If you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off. You control the weed. Roll to your floating body. Roll to your floating body. You love to party. What's not to love? The run I was on made Jagger and Richard look like droopy-eyed armless children. That's how I parted. That's how I parted. I was banging 7-gram rocks. That's how I roll. Winning. I had one gear. Go. Epic. Winning. Are you bipolar? I'm bi. Winning. Win there. Win there. Win. Win. Everywhere. Where? Absolute victory. Everywhere. Where? I'm on a quest. We're gonna win everywhere. Right every single wrong. Right every wrong. I'm a total freaking rockstar from Mars. Winning. Come on, bro. I got tiger blood. Winning. You bottle my brain and feel like, dude, can't handle it. Win there. Win there. Win. Win. Everywhere.
I've got a list, help me sort this. From the epic win to the desperately win list. Chicken nuggets, bubble gum, pretending to text to avoid someone. Slow dancing, slow dancing, breaking the rules of the Geneva Convention.
Weak.
Adonis blood, violent love, giving needed women caresses and hugs. Childbirth, calling birth, take your weakest verse.
What about Sid?
Duh. Winning. I was banging 7-gram rocks. That's how I roll. Winning. I had one gear. Go. Epic. Winning. Are you bipolar? I'm bi. Winning. Win there. Win there. Win everywhere. I'm a total freaking rockstar from Mars. Winning. Come on, bro. I got tiger blood. Winning. You bottle my brain and feel like, dude, can't handle it. Win there. Win there. Win. Win everywhere. Where?
Magic and Hash, back in action. Biatch!
Like, I only keep track of MTGO prices, but even on MTGO, a Chalice of the Void's like $30.
Oh, yeah, that Chalice there, that's a pretty decent one. And, yeah, I mean, like the sword. I guess I could go through the whole sword cycle through these things, right?
Yeah, get a sword that's
I
pretty
can't
hot.
help but feel like this is kind of a shitty present because, like, when they first said they were coming out with masterpieces, I was hoping that my two favorite Batterskull or Umezawa's Jite.
I agree. I mean, they did Wasteland. They did other Legacy cards. I mean, why not do a Jite? And people would want it for their EDH or whatever. What about cranial plating? Is that in the new ones?
Nope, don't think so.
That's an uncommon, but I mean, it'd still be sweet to have.
Well, they've got fucking, what, like Millstone in here?
Yeah, that's pretty weak.
Well, it's Grindstone to go with the Painter
Grindstone,
Servant that's in Kaladesh. So they have you can get an Invention Painter Servant Grindstone combo deck going on. Imperial Painter.
I'm just kind of upset that, like, if they're going to reprint some, like, garbage cards for masterpieces, why not make it fun, like Crack's Thumb or something like that?
Kark's thumb is not fucking garbage, dude. That is a linchpin of my voltaic rig deck.
Just tried to think of something really shitty, like the shittiest artifact, to make a joke, and I'm like, what's the crappiest, smallest, shittiest artifact? Ornithopter. Oh shit, how funny is that?
That was like a super fucking troll on the part of R&D. Like, you know it was.
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, and also, like, this fucking pithing needle art sucks balls. I mean, it's terrible. I'd rather have the Ravnica pithing needle.
Worm coil, dude.
Yeah, the worm coil looks kind of crazy, but what is that ensnaring bridge doing? Is it like two just weird clampy, those magnetic arms you use to pick trash up off the ground with?
If I were in a position to waste money, I think the only one that I would get would be the O-Stone, because I think the O-Stone actually looks a lot fucking cooler than the old school, like, dark steel O-Stones.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's pretty sweet art on the Oblivion Stone.
I'm not really sold on any of them. Like, I wouldn't want to pay a bunch of money for any of these.
I will say, deck tech-wise, the Engineered Explosives is just like the most gigantic troll ever they could have put in here.
I need that, though. That card's like $45. I need it for my sideboard in Modern. If I open that shit, that'd be fucking hot. I mean, that one's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, I think that of the money cards that are like money right now is the Chalice and the freaking Engineered Explosives. Like, if you pull those at pre-release, sell them bitches like on the spot, because they're probably gonna be like triple digits when that shit first comes out.
Arcbound's like $50 too. Arcbound Ravager.
Jesus Christ. Like, the world needs more Arcbound Ravengers.
He looks kind of like one of the bad Transformers, one of the Decepticons in the new movies. Looks kind of whack.
I think that Wormcoil might be the one, because the only people that play Wormcoil are people that are bad at Magic and put him in their god-awful, like, Tronish decks so they have money to burn.
Tron's garbage.
Tron's great, and you can both fucking suck each other's dicks for saying that. Because fucking, it's better to be lucky than good, and I'm both luckier and better than both of you, and I'll take you down with Tron anytime.
So you're playing green-white Tron. I mean, how many Eldrazi Displacers are you running in there?
8. I'm running 4 in the main board and 2 in the side.
Secret tech. I like that shit.
Absolutely.
That's LGS tech
Flicker
right there.
'em all. And an extra one underneath the life pad.
Flicker them all.
And I got one rolled up in my pin, so I go and grab my pin before damage, and then fucking unscrew it real quick, grab that Eldrazi Displacer, and fucking go to town.
Blink them, and then you just basically tap them. That's pretty good. You do that with all of them. That's pretty good. So I'm going to get one of these Ornithopters. They'll eventually be like $20, don't you think? I mean, how...
You can't get one Ornithopter, bro. You got to get 4.
Right.
If you really affinity.
Well, you got to get a whole shit ton of them.
Yeah, do the Wingstop Kenny thing. And I'll be out there hustling with him after that purchase.
Wingstop Kenny's going to come up and play a deck that's just 60 Invention Ornithopter 0 lands.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deck. I can get behind that.
You got blocks for days, bro.
Yeah, so how much you want to bet that Engineered Explosives comes out on top and then the price drops rapidly?
No, I think it's going to stay high. And it's high in paper because it was only printed in a couple sets. So
Play that song Stay High by 3-6 Mafia.
I gotta stay high till I die. I gotta stay high till I die.
Stay high. Boop boop.
Hi everyone, I'm Katy Perry. Hey Asia, it's Miley Cyrus.
Hi, we're One Direction. This is Magic Dragon. What's up, you guys? This is Mike and Chester from Linkin Park.
Chào mừng các bạn đến với Kill Radio.
You're listening to Magic and Ash Radio.
Magic and Ash Radio. Now back to you, John.
Yeah, so getting back to this Platinum bitch, how much you want to bet that art was actually for the From the Vaults thing, and they were like, oh, no, we can't put it there, save it.
You think Morrow was behind this, John? Is that what you're saying to me right now?
No, I think the people that Morrow fucked over are behind this.
The only card I'm really excited to see out of the new set, is the Oath of a Johnny. Because I think that makes white humans a thing again. You bring back Thalia's Lieutenant, everything's getting counters, and you play Gideon on 3. God, that's so fucking gross.
How many more Ornithopter reprints do they have to do before they can make a From the Vault Ornithopter?
Coming new from Wizards of the Coast, From the Vault Ornithopter. 15 of the greatest artworks of Ornithopter. for $74.99 wherever fine cards are sold.
Wouldn't that be the shit if they made like From the Vault Affinity and it's just like a reprint of the Affinity deck?
Nope.
Turn off your motherfucking phone.
What phone?
Somebody's got a phone that's doing that do shit, you know, like.
Oh shit! I'm totally not playing WWE Supercard right now. I promise.
It was me. I was getting blown up by Mr. Travis. Darian. Woo!
Future champion of Pro Tour Aether Revolt, Travis Darian Wu cannot be stopped. He is a one-man wrecking machine that has one mission in mind, and that's to fuck over all these beta male nerds at Pro Tour Aether Revolt. He's gonna go to Ireland and do like the Vikings did. He's gonna pillage and plunder his way into the top 8, and then he's gonna slide into the champion spot like a loose butthole. I know what I think, but it doesn't matter what I think. Here's what Travis Darian Wu is the future champion of Pro Tour Aether Revolt. All he does is drink the blood and tears of his enemies. People will feel confident enough to be able to play in PTQs and think that they could go to the Pro Tour and stand a chance. It's only what's best for business.
You know, I bet if you got him in the costume, he would look a lot like Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
He would make Jimmy Superfly Snuka look like James Ellsworth.
The James Ellsworth?
Yes, the man who reversed Spider-Man at the Royal Rumble on acid.
I saw that. Spider-Man was putting him up and into the corner, but James Ellsworth got there. It was the real James Ellsworth.
And the real Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins away, any size, catches speed, just like light, look out. Here comes a Spider-Man.
So just out of curiosity, Sid, who is your favorite manager of all time?
It's a really tough question to answer, man. But I guess I'm going to have to go with Eric.
I'm bad, and I'm better than ever.
Bischoff, dude, because he was the head of my favorite faction of all time, the NWO.
I think I'm going to go with the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Hey, it's me, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Hey, look, I'm on the set of the WWE. Hope nobody catches me. Here we are at Madison Square Garden. It's sold out, baby. I can't wait. Hey, you know what? This is where Jimmy Hart first started with the WrestleMania 1, right here at Madison Square Garden.
That's a very good choice, man. I was waffling on that. I love the Mouth of the South, man.
I agree. That would probably be my choice. But I like the Paul Bearer, Undertaker's manager.
To guide the career of the Undertaker!
Oh, yeah!
A very solid pick. The only issue being that he's just kind of the one-trick pony with the Undertaker. Like, and I know he pulled some other guys in, but I mean, you can't separate the Undertaker from Paul Bearer until he died, that is. And the Undertaker's still like that. They're going to fucking have that guy in the ring until he drops dead for real.
Well, Paul Bearer is dead, and the Undertaker can't die again because he's already dead. But you are right that with Paul Bearer, like, whenever he was the manager of a different wrestler, it was always in a feud that involved the Undertaker. Like when he was Mankind's manager.
On the 8th day, God created mankind. Why was he having such a bad day? Why did he create all of you normal and forget so many important parts of me? He made the teeth that I swallowed, the ear that was ripped from my skull, a face that no longer exists. Deep inside, you are merely a mirror image of all my atrocities.
He was in a feud with Undertaker. The Boiler Room Brawl is a legendary match. There was the time that Kane was introduced by Paul Bearer. Of course, he went after the Undertaker.
Undertaker, the hell you claim to be living in for the past 20 years is nothing compared to the life of your brother. He's alive, and next week I'm gonna prove it.
Who is his brother that burned the house down and killed the whole family and left him horribly scarred.
You're missing the number one moment, and that's when they tricked the Ultimate Warrior and sealed him in the coffin.
How do you like that, Mr. Ultimate Warrior? You will look so natural, so at rest, laying inside this casket. And by the way, we made it a double X, so it will accommodate your massive physique.
Oh, man. They just don't do it like that anymore, bro. They just don't.
No doubt.
Hardy Kieran, remove a loyalty counter from a Planeswalker to crew it. 4/4 flyer for 2 mana, vigilance. Man,
God, that's awful.
I feel like that's going to be played in standard, though.
It seems like it could be played in standard, yeah, for sure. I think that's probably actually more of a control card, which will be interesting, is the only vehicle we've seen in anything that resembles a control style deck is Flagship, but even then, Flagship isn't like, or the Sky Sovereign, you know what I mean? It's not like in a true control deck. This is something you could play in a true control deck with just a lot of planeswalkers and board wipes and stuff like that.
Yeah, so very true. I mean, I think that might have a home for control outside of standard, just solely for some of those like shitty mirror matches, you know, with Karn and stuff.
I don't know. So if I'm playing mono white humans, and I play a 2/1 or something on turn 1, and then I play this on turn 2, and then I play Thalia's Lieutenant, and my 2/1 becomes now a 3/2, and can crew this 4/4 flyer, I mean, it doesn't seem bad.
That seems like the most fucking work ever to get a 4/4 flyer.
I mean, that Thalia's Lieutenant, though, I mean, you were always making 3/2s. I mean, you were putting counters on, and now you're going to have Oath of Ajani. You have more ways to kind of make your 2/1s better. Smuggler's Copter is going to still be in the deck, but maybe this is like a 2 of, because you'll have Gideon, and then maybe you play Nissa or something, since you're going to have your Planeswalkers cost 1 less.
So is this like a green-white vehicles?
Yeah, it'd be like green-white humans vehicles, I guess. But I mean, if you're going to play Hardy Kieran, you could run some Planeswalkers. Oh, Oath of Ajani is making your Planeswalkers 1 less. Why not run some Planeswalkers in green-white? You could Tameo? You do Tameo?
So you could do like a Bant aggro with Tameo. You could play Gideons. You could probably play Nissas. That could be pretty cool. You put in like I can never remember their names. Sylvan Advocate? Yeah, Sylvan Advocate. It's in there.
The thing is, like, the Planeswalkers are so cheap right now, I just really don't know if you give up the card space for something like Oath of Ajani to make them get there faster.
It's just, it helps your team. So, I mean, I guess it helps an aggro plan where you're spilling out tons of guys. Like, the Vehicle Brews will run this. I mean, you can go mono white and then splash green, just do mono white humans.
I mean, I guess that's my question is, like, would you rather have cards that shit out more guys for you, or would you rather give some of those up to make the Planeswalkers come faster?
I don't know. I'd run both. I'd run the servos, the 2 mana 2 servos
I
card.
think more guys. That's right?
Yeah, spit out dudes, but I'm still playing that, giving them all counters.
So speaking of, I'm going to say you heard it here first, and fucking Tezzeret's going to join the J-Swatch.
Oh, that'd be terrible. Is he going to turn good?
Well, no, it won't be, like, you know, good. He'll just be, like, all dark and edgy and shit, because let's look at the facts. He's a freaking 2-color walker. He's getting his own Planeswalker deck, right? We've already got this Oath of Ajani shit, so there's going to be a 2-color Oath cycle between this and probably the next set. So, yeah, it's going to, and, like, all this shit, like, if you look at the text for Battle at the Bridge, you know, it's like, oh, it's bigger than all you guys, only I understand it, you know, so he'll get Mind Sculpted or some shit into, like, betraying Bolus.
Battle the Bridge, improvise. Your artifacts can help you cast this. What? So it costs 1 less for each artifact? Wait, hold on. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana bills for 1 mana. Target creature gets -X until in a turn you gain X life. So that doesn't seem terrible. If you're playing like a spill tons of artifacts deck, and then so you play blue-black because there's that blue card that you return all any permanent you want to your hand, and you draw a card for each permanent you return to your hand. That's what the people are playing in that Metalwork Colossus deck. where you're just trying to spill a bunch of artifacts out. And I think this would be a sweet add in that deck because, I mean, you have all those artifacts out there. You tap, kill something, gain a bunch of life, and then you return them all to your hand, draw a bunch of cards. I don't know. I think that Ajani might be kind of good. I mean, he's 6 mana, but in a green-white controlling deal. Like, you could play your Oath of Ajani, and you could play, like, some green controlling cards.
And then you drop a vehicle, and then you drop 6 dudes, and then you kill the dudes, and then, like, you cast a sorcery, then bounce something back from exile, and you could have a 4/4 flyer.
You reveal top 3 cards and put, on average, 2 of them into your hand. That's pretty fucking good, though. As +2, so he's going to 6 loyalty. Right away, you're drawing potentially 3 cards. He's gonna be really hard to deal with once he lands. Like, fuck. You play like a band control deck with like spell quellers and reflector mages, and then you run Tamio, Ajani, this guy, Gideon. Fuck, that deck seems fucking terrible to play against. You just have to...
unless you're playing any of the decks that are currently destroying the meta.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to kill them fast enough before they start getting their planeswalkers out, but I mean...
Yeah, and unless you draw one of the people who's playing the deck that has 60% of the meta right now, it's going to be a great deck. Spell
Quellers, you got all sorts of shit. Archangel Avacyn. You got backup. You got Homeboys. Maybe you run Thraben Inspector, some low ground shit.
So what's up with this weird-ass card? Dark Intimations. It's 2, a blue and a black, and a red. So it's Grixis. And it's a sorcery that says each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, then discards a card. You return a creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand, then draw a card. So, I mean, it's pretty much like a 3-for-1. 3-for-1. This is like a pretty sweet card, but it also has this weird text at the bottom that made me think it was weird as fuck. When you cast a Bolas Planeswalker spell, which is Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, is the only card that it works with, exile Dark Intimations from your graveyard. That Planeswalker enters the battlefield with an additional loyalty counter on it. So you'll be able to like come out, steal their dude, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget.
It's a dark imitation of that other fucking card that does almost the same thing.
Cruel Ultimatum. It's a half
Cruel Ultimatum, yeah.
Yeah, half of a Cruel Ultimatum. But what I like about this card is it's actually just a red herring to tell people that Bolas is coming. He's not coming in this set, so this card is completely useless.
I don't think this card is completely useless, because even if you don't get to do the thing where you cast it from the graveyard, which I don't know what the fuck that's for. Nobody's playing like a Nicol Bolas Planeswalker deck. I guess if they do come out with like a really fucking sweet Nicol Bolas, like in this next block, then maybe this will see some play in a constructed deck. But each opponent sacrifices a creature, planeswalker, then discards a card, and then you get to draw a card and return a card. So this could possibly be a 4-for-1, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. And
I mean, this is like actually, even though it's a sorcery, it seems like a pretty sweet card, especially for like commander. But I don't know, man. I don't know if this will see standard play or not. I guess it depends on if there's like a really good Grixis control deck after Aether Revolt. Because the Grixis control deck that won the Pro Tour is not good, man. It's not.
I just think there's going to be too many strategies that are going wide. At your opponent to sacrifice a creature doesn't seem very beneficial to you. I mean, they're really pushing the little tiny artifacts. So this card is going to hit half the standard mana. I don't think it's going to be super great. I mean, and you kind of have to have a creature or planeswalker in your graveyard. So, I mean, you're already planning on losing a planeswalker or creature. I mean,
Can you even play this in draft? You probably can't even play this in draft.
This is not playable in draft at all. At 5 for a sorcery at this, I mean, this is just not a
like
draft.
The effect is really powerful for sure. Like in draft, if you did this effect, you'd be like fucking in super sweet shape. But I think like, are you going to play 3 colors in this block and limited?
It's conditional though, because you'll probably only use 1 or 2 of those effects when you cast it. So 5 for 1 or 2 of those is terrible. You're going to feel like a monster. You're going to feel amazing if you can do all of the abilities. But I mean, you have to have a creature or something in your graveyard. Your opponent has to have a creature or a planeswalker on the board.
Well, they don't have to.
And you have to have cards in your library. When does that ever happen?
Well, okay, I see this more as like a Rakdos card where maybe you're splashing a little bit of blue in there. I think people are getting hung up on the blue a little bit.
See, I disagree. If you were doing this in limited, there's a lot of blue and red decks that are like multicolored. So they'll play green to play like Attune with the Aether, and their end game is Whirler Virtuoso, which is like the best fucking uncommon in the set pretty much. And I don't know, with less Whirler Virtuosos, because you're only opening one pack of Kaladesh, I would see this going in that deck for sure.
So speaking about that, do we want to talk about the card that's bound to be a legacy staple that's been spoiled so far? Like the best card in the entire set so far?
All right, what are you trolling, John?
I'm not trolling shit, man.
Just kidding, bitch!
Consulate
No.
Crackdown. 5 mana.
No.
Pia's Revolutionary.
No. I mean, come on. The greatest card ever since Keys to the City was printed, Quicksmith Spy.
Ever since Keys to the City was printed, man, I don't think there's been any card close to Key to the City.
You shut your whore mouth. Quicksmith Spy, this is going to take it all, man. I mean, look at that. 3 mana, it's a creature. A human
4 mana.
artificer creature. 4 mana.
Oh,
When it enters the battlefield, not when you cast it, not when you draw it, when it enters the battlefield, so it's got to resolve. Target artifact gains tap, draw a card. Holy motherfucking shit. I mean, you might as well just sell your goblin decks.
Wait, you're not
your
done
decks.
reading it. Target artifact you control gains tap, draw a card for as long as you control Quicksmith Spy. So as long as she can be killed, this card, I feel like it isn't quite broken, but it's definitely very powerful.
Yeah, and look at that 2/3 ass on her. I mean, so, like, Pillar of Flame can't kill her.
Guys, I can't let you do this to our
Razor
listeners.
Tip. 4 mana,
They're trolling you, audience. This card is terrible. This card is so
Zertal
fucking
Druid.
bad.
I mean, like, maybe if you had, like, 3 Zertal Druids on deck, you know, like, they're untapped, you could kill her.
God, this is so fucking terrible. Oh my god. Even if you had an artifact that says untap itself. No. It's fucking terrible.
But the thing is, there's, like, seriously people on there that are, like, unironically in love with this card.
Well, the chick in the artwork is pretty hot.
Ooh la la.
It'll probably be
Yeah,
like
that's
the game day promo. Like the shitty one, not the full out one.
This is going to be the one you get for winning game day.
God, they're usually somewhat unplayable. They're like, here's a removal that some people might use. I mean, why not just fucking make it a planeswalker or something that people want to play? I mean,
Because then they'd get fucking letters.
Dear Watsy, I love you so much, but I don't like it when you have good promos. I'm terrible at Magic and I never win. Dear Wizards of the Coast, I feel it's very sexist if you have good promos because women don't win those promos very often. I know what you're saying. The women just need to get better, but I think you should have gender-specific promos. Dear Wizards, I've been going to Magic for the last 2 years. I never get a promo. Please hook me up with a good promo. Hey, Morrow, I'm shouting you out on Tumblr. Please don't have good promos. No reason, just please don't. Dear Marshall Sutcliffe, I like you, but I think you're kind of lame.
Flamebreak Regent, he was a full art promo, and a lot of people went to that game day. I mean, that was a pretty sweet one.
You know what? Pia's Revolution here. This might actually be a card that can see play in a deck that's already out. It's 2 and a red enchantment. Whenever a non-token artifact is put into your graveyard from the battlefield. So artifacts can't die. They don't die unless they're artifact creatures. Or are they just saying artifact lives don't matter? Like
what they're saying
artifact lives don't matter.
That you get your artifact back to hand or else they take 3 damage. So you'll get your, like, Scrap Heap Scrounger back in your hand instead of going to your graveyard.
See, I've actually got a theory about this card. This is totally a teaching card because, you know, how many people just totally fuck up the order for, like, taking stuff from the battlefield to the graveyard?
Could this be a card in eggs?
I was thinking the same thing. You almost need some way to cheat it out quicker. Or I guess eggs you just dirtle, but you want to be going off on turn 3 and not playing this, you know? I guess the sideboard card, you bring it in for matchups where you can't really combo off. Like they're going to try to counter you, so you land this. And then it's just like, it's on.
Can you imagine how fun this would be with, you know, like fucking Ratchet Bomb or Engineered Explosives or something like that?
Well, there's going to be the guy that plays the green puzzle knot in this. So, I mean, they're gaining a bunch of life, and they're like, you want to take 3? No, you can have your puzzle knot back. All right, crack it, gain some energy, gain 3 life. Fucking. That's going to be so fucking annoying.
You know?
And this almost makes you want to, like, tabletop brew a deck with, like, this and Vexing Devil and a whole bunch of shit where, like, your opponent just decides, you know, how much damage is going to be done to him.
Browbeat.deck. Sounds legit.
I mean, this plus the 3 puzzle knots could be a deck. And you even run the other puzzle knots. Because you put them out and you can just crack them. And you're like, and so the effect you're getting, like, the black one draws. So you could do, like, sort of fucking...
Oh my god, 5 color puzzle knots. How many blunts have you had?
3 big ones.
Laid back.
Dude, speaking of 3, bro, how about this Yahini's Expertise, man? Now this is a really fucked up card because it lets you cast a card for 3, any card from your hand.
A puzzle knot.
Ooh, it's all coming together.
Even ones under your life pad, bro.
Pia's Revolution. This goes
Hey, you know
in the
what
deck.
card sucks
Yeah,
is
no shit.
Trophy Mage, because when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 3, which is not any of the puzzle knots because they all cost 2.
You can get your scrap trawler though, and you can start your scrap heap
I'm
scrounger.
unironically excited to see a Trophy Mage reprint. Trophy Mage needs more love out there.
Today's coolest jams. Magic and Hash Radio.
All right, Tim's bringing you the hot romantic hits late night. We got a request out there from John Hullen. He wants to give a shout out to Trophy Mage. Much love, Trophy Mage. Thanks for doing your thing.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over.
You get your scrap heap scrounger. I like it. I mean, it's a 3 mana for a 2/2, but then you're coming out with a 3/2. You just go get it. Draws you a scrap heap scrounger.
Can't believe we're already doing a fucking spoiler episode. How boring has this show become, man?
Let's get back into fucking tearing people up. This is stupid. John, who do you hate?
Oh, I've got some fresh hot hate for you. So today I went and I saw that Rogue One movie. You might have heard about it. I don't know if you guys have this. There's this place called Alamo Draft House. It's like this movie theater chain.
Oh, dude, Alamo Draft House is amazing. You can get fucking green chili queso fries and fucking beer while you're watching a movie.
It's not like special seating. It's not like, you know, really expensive, so to speak, but, you know, you can order food and you can order beer. And, like, the other part that they have is, like, they've got a, quote, strict, like, no cell phones, no talking kind of thing.
That experience includes a strict no talking, no texting, no cell phone looking policy. But there is plenty you can do, with waiters delivering food and beer all while you kick back in a cozy chair and focus on the big screen.
There's like a way you can, you know, get a manager over there to, you know, kick people out if they're going off. And the thing about it is they don't fucking pay any attention to that.
Because black people, you know, y'all can't shut up in a movie theater. You know you can't. You know it. You know you can't be quiet. It's okay. We all got something. Y'all can't be quiet in the movie theater. I can't leave free candy at a restaurant. We all got something.
Sid, what music do I put behind John? I'm thinking skidamarinky dinky dink, skidamarinky doo.
I mean, especially here in San Antonio, it's like so fucking horrible. It drives me goddamn nuts. Like, you know, if we're sitting next to this couple and they're like, they're on a date or something, I don't fucking know. But like the entire time, the woman, and she doesn't want to be here. She could give a fuck less if it's Rogue One or anything else. She could be watching that troll movie. And she's just like talking through the entire goddamn thing.
Coming at your mouth with your blah, blah, blah.
Put that, like, It's a Wonderful World or whatever. Just, like, really happy music.
Asking questions like they're sitting at home on the couch. And it's like, oh my God, please. Please let her drop dead instead of George Michael. Please. Papa Roach is like what you listen to when you're taking 3 Advil as a suicide attempt, you know?
They're a one-hit wonder.
They're not a one-hit wonder anyways. They had Tear My Heart Open, which was even bigger hit than Last Resort. I'm just imagining one of the devout disciples, they're laughing and then they hear this emo and it's just such a jovial... Anybody would commit suicide, man. Any healthy person.
Different is good, but Papa Roach isn't.
Papa Roach.
They supported bands such as Incubus.
So
I've had enough of the world that its people's mind is captured.
Power Man 5000.
This is what it's like when worlds collide. You ready to go? Got it, I'm ready to go. What you gonna do?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Down, down. Let's go tonight. Share the spotlight. Baby, spotlight. We gonna groove tonight.
And Static X.
Ooh, Power Man 5000.
Okay, Power Man 5000 is dope because that song was on fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. That shit was tight. Oh, and Papa Roach also had a song on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Oh my gosh, Sid, I can't believe you have all these twinkling music behind you. You're just so fairy. That's terrible.
It's not twinkling music, it's me trying to open my bag of weed. It's like knotted or something.
It's fairy dust, I think. You're covered in fairy dust.
That's the fucking glitter from the Shine pomade, dude.
Damn, Sid.
Right, things that are more metal than Papa Roach. Martha Stewart.
Morrow's Tumbler.
The new Tezzeret. He's metal as fuck.
The new Star Wars.
Speaking of, the best part about the new Star Wars movie is that everybody fucking dies. Thailand version of it.
Whoa.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, John, that's kind of fucked up. But if you are a Star Wars fan and you haven't seen Rogue One yet, what the fuck are you doing? You kind of deserve it, you piece of shit. You're not really a fan. Check out Jason Roscom's podcast called Project VCR, where they go in depth in all the best movies. Thanks, Jason Roscom, for all your support. Top 5 list of the baby faces in MTG. The top 5 good guys in MTG. Who's gonna be the nice guys?
Everybody knows that already. They're all fucking nice guys because none of them have the balls to be a fucking man and be bad and good at winning magic like my client, Travis. Dare you. Woo.
Okay, is there any doubt that Kibler's the number 1 spot on that list?
Yeah, super hella doubt because he's totally not nice, you can tell.
Isn't Craig Wesco super nice?
Craig Wesco is very nice, but he's also a vegan, which can kind of get heat. I've seen people do it with Daniel Bryan, man.
LSV is kind of like the Matt Foley of the baby faces.
I don't know who Matt Foley is, but LSV would be on the babyface list for sure.
Guy without the ear who lost in Japan.
Mick Foley, dude. That's fucking mankind, bro.
Man. Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack. Who's the guy that when the girl wrote the articles like, "Why this is why girls aren't in magic," and then he wrote an article was like, "No, it's because of this or whatever," and everyone kind of gave him a lot of heat for that. He could be a bad guy. Was
Jim
that
Davis?
Yeah, how about the guy that was actually convicted for molesting children?
Ooh, he's a bad boy, but I don't think we want to bring that much hate to us.
Hey, don't bring hate to us. They're the ones who are fucking like, yo, this guy's cool. He could be on the pro tour, but like, oh, take pictures of an ass crack and you're out.
Yeah, let's get the ass crack guy.
Dude, Sid Blair probably could be a good villain, but I'm pretty sure he's not that good at magic.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
He's probably not better than like any of us. So I'm just saying.
God, that'd be a good thing. Like you could go to our Patron and we'll set up to have a match with you versus him on MTGO.
Patron, John means Patreon. Visit www.patreon.com/magic and hash to donate and support this fine program.
A little Sid on Sid action. Is that what the people want? They want to see Sid Swami
Ooh,
fucking
yeah.
decimate the butt crack guy.
I got a top 5 list you guys can sink your teeth into.
Oh boy.
Top 5 shittiest podcasts on MTG Cast. Let me start. Monday Night Magic. That shit sucks. Sucks dicks.
Are we doing this in descending order or ascending order? Because I'm not
All right.
sure. I feel like it could be number 5 or number 1.
All right, we'll go number 5. Number 5. Monday Night Magic. Sid?
Dude, I was on MTG Cast for so fucking long, and I'm like one of the funniest people on MTG Cast. Definitely one of the most handsome. And they never fucking had me on Monday Night Magic because they're nerds, not good brothers.
What shows have you co-hosted on?
Pit Imps, Higher Standards, and I think that's it. Well, besides like this one and Cast from Exile.
And Soul
If
Bond.
Pit Imps isn't in this worst 5, I'm gonna be angry.
Ether Cast.
Matt had you on, huh? Damn it.
Yeah, man. Really early on, I think, when I first got started.
Yeah.
Isn't Ethercast on like episode 2?
I put out one episode. So, shout out to Matt right now. He's not feeling Magic, man. He's thinking of quitting Magic, but hopefully he doesn't. We need your racist bitch ass around, man.
Nabisco was quitting Magic too, man. What's up with all this people quitting Magic, dude?
Hey, has Nabisco actually played Magic in like the past couple of years?
On Facebook, I saw he was offering Magic cards for anybody who had vintage like video games and stuff. So he's like, hit me up, dude, with PlayStation and this and that. So he's gonna trade Magic cards. I think he's just get rid of his shit.
Oh Jesus! I'm being 100% serious. Like, has Nestico actually won anything since like 2012?
Except for my heart.
I don't think he even won anything in 2012.
Didn't he? Okay, like something in like 2015. He like played Zoo and won, right? Let me see here. I'm digging this up here just because I'm curious.
Tim, cue the research music.
Doing research. So much freaking research. Looking through old books and old documents. So much material out there.
What the fuck is Oath of the Gatewatch RPTQ Maitland? Maitland?
Maitland. Are you reaching into Nestico's soul right now, John? Logging onto the FBI database? So let me guess. The end of Rogue One, they all like sacrificed themselves in a huge explosion. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Rogue One or pirated it or whatever yet. Like at the end, they like, you know, they're on this beach and they're just like holding hands and shit and everything like that. You know that's bullshit.
You can't fight the bullshit, brother.
He's even got like the fucking pedo stash and everything like that. You know that in the real version, he was freaking holding her down against her will and giving it to her long dick style.
Long dick style.
That's just one of my gripes.
Yeah. My
Isn't
gripe.
it able to get John Holland back on the show?
I feel like there's not enough hate around. Is it just because everyone's in a good mood from Christmas?
Yeah, I think it is. Like, a lot of people got laid. You know, their wives let them have sex with them the one time of the year they let them do that. Or they got enough Christmas money from their aunts and grandmas and moms and mom's hairdresser to go buy a hooker.
Oh, the old hooker money from mom. I love Christmas.
The feeling you get from a hooker is just temporary. The feeling you get from donating to patreon.com/magicandhash lasts for eternity.
True that, Sid. And if you're not donating to our Patreon, you're not a true friend of Timmy.
I'm going to go on the record as saying that I think that they should legalize prostitution before drugs, because like none of these little fucks that go around and shoot up gay nightclubs or anything like that, they would much rather spend their money on getting laid than they would buying guns.
We can discuss new tiers for a Patreon, because I think we should change those up. Maybe we'll get some donations for $1.
We're never getting any donations.
We got Jason Roscom donated.
Yeah, we got him.
$1? No. It's $1 a month, John. And I could change that to per episode, and we could get $4 per month from that cocksucker. I mean, awesome guy. We love you, Jason Rossum. Rossum, right? Isn't it Rossum? I don't know what his name is. What is it? Calvin Rossum?
It's Roscom. But you wanted to call him Rossum because he's so awesome.
It's Calvin Rossum. What's his name? Isn't he on
Calvin Layfield?
Isn't he on the Deck Tees? What's he on?
Oh, that dude. I think his name's Aaron Campbell.
No, she's on the boyfriend bracket, isn't it? It's confusing.
Yeah, this is super thrilling radio right now.
You guys get me an MP3 by Saturday. You guys can put it in the back. I don't care what song it is.
Oh, I've got one for you right now, and it's even about doing drugs. So
sure, what is it?
See, I gotta Google around with this. Give me some Googling music, if you please, Tim.
Bloop, 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 bloop. I don't know. Should we do the supermarket sweep?
Nah, do that song, Put It On a Ritz by fucking Falco, bro.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz.
God,
Put it on the Ritz.
Sweep is the fucking best show ever. Whatever happened to Supermarket Sweep?
Well, we talked about it in the bonus episode.
Hey, you missed that already, nerd.
Jesus Christ.
Sid and I were in the, got to the final sweep. The mad sweep at the end. Check out upcoming bonus episode of Magic and Hash. I would like to talk about, so this Let Me Bleed deal, the reason I couldn't do it was because it's on SoundCloud and they don't have it downloadable. So I guess I can try to...
You seriously don't have anything that you can record incoming audio on.
They have an app you can download stuff off.
What you do
SoundCloud.
is you hold the fucking boombox,
My mic
up to the other boombox,
Oh,
and
that-
you wait for it to come on, right?
That's gonna
And
sound
then
great.
What you
press the
do is you
purple
go
button.
into Windows and you open Sound Recorder and you press the red button.
All right, well, I'll figure something out, John. Not all of us are as tech savvy as you, John, or you, Chair.
Actually, it would be even cooler if like you didn't do it and just like use all this audio and then like put some other shitty song that doesn't exist there. Put more Papa Roach in
I
there.
know one of their B-list songs.
Put like some of that fucking shitty ass Effervescence song.
Just
in
the
there.
next song on the album, and just every week.
Whatever, Kevin.
All right, Chair has a suggestion for closing song. He's been doing some work with a guy with a trumpet. Here is Chair and Trumpet Guy. Get him, Chair. That was Chair and Horn Guy. You can contact Chair at johnsreplacement@gmail.com. They have a Twitch channel, Chair and Trumpet Guy, at www.twitch.com/Chair and Trumpet Guy, The Real Chair on Twitter, Cherryolio on Facebook, and Chair Space on YouTube.
Put a Pandora commercial at the end.
Oh, remember this song, Butthole Surfers? All right, should we wrap up?
Yes, we should. Unlike George Michael, who never wrapped up. God rest his soul.
Sid, are you doing video? Damn it, Sid.
Not this week. Not this week.
But I think I'm seeing your video. I'm gonna have to mess
Nah,
it.
that is not me playing WWE Supercards. That's somebody else.
So, hey, John, where can we find you?
Let's see. As always, I am at my house patiently waiting. Or if you want to put on your big boy pants, I will gladly get my lawyer's contact info to you. Chewy.
And since John's back, it's a nice, happy episode. We hardly burned any bridges. We hardly, got the police called on us. Sid, where can we find you, buddy?
Give offerings to your Swami at patreon.com/magicandhash. Listen to Swami's groovy voice at SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, and fuck it. Come on over to Facebook and give me a poke.
Hit me up with all your inquiries at magicandhash@gmail.com. Magic_Timmy on Twitter. Tim Kempter on Facebook. Hit any of us up, add you to our Facebook group. Patreon, bitches. Magic and Hash, we love you. Thanks for getting blitz with us. Peace out.
Oh yeah. Girl, tonight we're gonna make love. You know how I know? Because it's Wednesday. And Wednesday night is the night that we usually make love. Tuesday night is the night that we usually go to your mother's place and I teach her how to use the video machine again. But Wednesday night is the night that we're making love. When everything is just right. You're not too tired from your after-work social netball team practice. There's nothing good on TV. Conditions are perfect for making love. You turn to me and say something sexy like, I might go to bed, I've got work in the morning. I know what you're trying to say, baby. You're trying to say, oh yeah, It's business time.
It's business. It's business time.
I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
It's business. It's business time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Next thing you know, we're in the bathroom brushing our teeth. That's all part of it. That's foreplay. Foreplay is very important in love making. Then you go sort out the recycling, which isn't part of the foreplay, but it's still very important. Next thing you know, we're in the bedroom. You're wearing that same old ugly baggy t-shirt with the stain on it that you got from that team building exercise you did for your old work several years ago.
Team building exercise 99.
Take off my clothes, but I trip over my jeans, cause I still wear my shoes, but it's okay, cause I turn it all into a sexy dance. Next thing you know, I'm wearing absolutely nothing, except for my socks. And you know when I'm down to just my socks what time it is. It's business time.
It's business. It's business time.
You know when I'm down to my socks, it's time for business. That's why they call business socks. Ooh.
It's business. It's business time.
Yeah.
Making love for, making love for two. Making love for 2 minutes. When it's with me, you only need 2 minutes, girl, cause I'm so intense. 2 minutes in heaven is better than 1 minute in heaven. You turn to me and say something sexy like, is that it? I know what you're trying to say, girl. You're trying to say, oh yeah, that's it. And you tell me you want some more. Well, I'm not surprised. But I am quite sleepy.
It's business. It's business time.
Business out.